would add a vintage look and a bit of warm tone to the sound, but still stay within a budget. That's what I was looking for, and this is what I ended up with. No, wait, don't rush to the comment section saying cheap Chinese crap. I know it is, but for a budget starter project like this, I honestly feel it's good enough. By the way, this is chapter 4, adding soul and warmth of the series Making an Amplifier in Canada. And if this is your first time on the channel, don't forget to check out our earlier episodes as well. Alright, let's roll. So, why this preamplifier? As I said, I needed to add a vintage look as well as a warm tone. My first review unit in Canada was the Duke Audio's X1 Hi-Fi amplifier, which had a vacuum tube preamplifier section. After using it for a while, I really fell in love with the sound. That's when I decided this amplifier I'm building must have a tube preamplifier too. A tube preamplifier does not increase the power like a power amplifier. Instead, it works on the audio signal itself. The tube introduces a harmonic distortion, but in a pleasant way, especially an even order harmonies. That's why the tube sound is often described as warm, smooth, natural, and musical. Especially when combined with a solid state power amplifier, a tube preamplifier gives the best of the words, clarity plus warmth. Harmonics are like extra notes. The tubes don't just amplify the signal, they slightly bend it. The tube isn't damaging the sound, it's coloring it in a way our ears like. That's why people often say tube amplifiers make everything sound more alive. Think of it like this. The power amplifier is equal to muscle and tube preamplifier is equal to a character. Now, coming to the purchasing, I bought it from AliExpress from the brand IMA. We know this brand because we already reviewed their Class D amplifier. Even though the box says IMA brand, the product does not say the brand name. As usual, it was delivered before the expected delivery date, and of course it's available in India, and its price is around 1500 to 2000 Indian rupees. Of course it's Chinese, but sometimes you can see like 7000 rupees. That depends on which type of tube we are using. Anyway, I bought it from AliExpress for 28.99 Canadian dollars. That is around 1902 Indian rupees as of now. Is it worth for this price? Let's see in this video. Before moving forward, let me make it clear that it is just a preamplifier using a vacuum tube, not a power amplifier. So the vacuum tube amplifies a small audio signal, but not in a perfectly straight, clinical way like modern ICs. So when the audio signal passes through the tube, it adds a small amount of harmonic coloration, especially in the mid-range. That's what people describe a warm, smoothness or body of the sound. This preamplifier does not make the sound louder like a power amplifier. Its job is to prepare and shape the signal before it goes to the main amplifier. Okay, the box is small and has IMA branding. Inside the box, the two tubes are kept separately safe. When I purchased, the tube mentioned was 6A4, but I got the 6A2. Anyway, okay, that's all about the box. On the front of the device, we have a switch that can change modes. On the left, it's hi-fi mode. That's a clean and natural sound. When you switch to the center, we have the boost one. That's a slightly more warm tone. When you switch to the most right, we have the boost 2. That's a stronger tube character. This allows you to tune the sound according to your taste and speaker setup. Moving to the right, we have the output volume control with a switch. Coming to the back side, we have an RCA input socket and the RCA output socket. Then we have the DC power socket. This kind of compact tube preamplifier uses a very low voltage DC supply, usually 12 to 16 voltage, within around 1 to 1.5 ampere. There should be at least 1 ampere of current to work perfectly. We can plug in the two vacuum tubes carefully. It has an orange LED inside, and since it's a preamplifier section, it amplifies the signals by 5 times, and also it amplifies the noise from the source. So use a good audio source, use a shielded signal cables and a clean power supply. Otherwise, the hum and noise can appear, which is normal in tube gear. Alright, let's hear some audio samples and decide.
There's a cost to find the answer. The secret is on, but that's not the shape of my.
So, the tube preamplifier is not about power, it's all about character. In this build, it adds the warmth, smoothness, and classic analog feel. So that's all about our preamplifier section. What's your opinion? Do comment, and in our next video or the next chapter we will be reviewing our power amplifier board with the LM3886 IC. And if you want to watch that video, please do subscribe and share with your friends. And if you like these kind of DIY videos, reviews, tech gadgets and tube gears, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in the next chapter.